guys, it's Lynn here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now this is just a little update on the wonderful Saguaro cactus that Keith, Groovy Man 1968 here on YouTube, gifted me probably about a year and a half ago now. It was back in sort of like the December time of 2015. And he gifted me a wonderful seedling of a Saguaro cactus from Arizona. And this has done so well. Look at all the new growth at the top, guys. But obviously, I potted it up the one time and I kept it in the small pot. And now summer's here. It's time to pot it on. Now, Keith has been very generous to not only me, but a lot of people here on YouTube. And he's gifted a lot of us some amazing Saguaro seeds. And I'm in the middle of sort of growing a load of Saguaro seedlings. So that has been amazing. So thank you, Keith. And links up above to a video on a couple of videos that I've done on sowing Saguaro seeds and growing them from seed. So it's all very fun. So check that out, guys, if you're interested in how to grow Saguaro from seed. I haven't got any seeds myself, but I know you can get them from some of the seed shops online. But this is just one that's already been, that Keith actually has already grown himself, and it's grown quite a lot since, and I'm going to be potting it on. So I thought while I'm doing an update, I might as well share the repotting video at the same time. Now, I've already made a video on how to repot a cactus. So links up above to that video, and that goes into a lot more detail in how to repot and what soil I like to use. And also I show two different examples in that video of a tall cactus and also a round barrel cactus. So two very different examples. This one is going to be such an easy one to repot. So it's, I say, if you really are new to repotting, links up above to that video, and that will help you out, guys. As in this case, this is more of a video vlog. And I also like to make my own cactus and succulent soil. In this case, I prefer to use a loam-based one with less peat and more loam. And I like to use a John Innes either number 1, 2 or 3 mix, preferably number 2 when it's potting the plants on. And I use either a bit of extra perlite or a bit of extra grit or a bit of sand or both. And in this case, I'm using extra perlite and a bit of extra sand because I haven't got grit, but I've substituted that with a bit of extra perlite. And links up above to a video I've made on how to make your own cactus and succulent soil. It's far easier and far more affordable as well to make your own, and you know exactly what's going into it, rather than a lot of these mixes you get that are pre-bought. Some are very good, but some aren't, so you do have to be careful. Me and Hans prefer to make our own cactus and succulent soil because we like to be in control of what goes in it. And I'll just show you a bit of the mix. As I usually do, use a bit of sand and grit, but we're out of extra grit, so I've just mixed with a bit of sand and a bit of perlite there. And obviously when it comes to potting, the next size up, I could have gone a little bit bigger with that pot, but because it is a Saguaro and they do like a lot of free draining soil, I'm going to be edge on a bit careful and just go a little bit bigger, and then go a bit bigger probably later on in the year. And then obviously filling the pot there, gently pressing down, squeezing with the pots like so. Hey, that's great. And the good news is that roots look absolutely fantastic, because when I first potted this on, it only had a tiny little root system because it was a young seedling. And by the way, if you haven't seen the original video, which most of you probably wouldn't have done, when Keith gifted me this, he also gifted me some ocotillos at the same time. Links up above to that video when this plant arrived, this little Saguaro, and also of me potting it on also. Links up above to them videos too, so check it out, guys. And as you can see, it's got a great root system. And I'm actually going to use, this is the sand I used last time. There's nothing wrong with the sand. As you can see, most of the soil has actually gone out and the sand is just left, so it's desperate to be repotted. So again, potting that in there, and probably a little bit more soil, I think, on there. That always gives a nice bit of a boost to repot the plants on. Me and Hans have been very busy repotting, having fun, doing all our plants. And pop that in there like so. That's about right. And then obviously you want to make sure go around the edges, and like so. And then gently tapping it in around the edges. So you want to make sure that it's all going in around the edges. I gently press it down. You can use some little flat. These are ideal, actually, the labels to go in between. I say, just gently pushing down. You don't want to compress it too hard, because you want the roots to sort of breathe as well and be able to reach out into the new soil. So you don't want to press them or damage them. The less damage you can do to the roots, the better when it comes to repotting, guys. And tap it around as well, so you know it's getting in between, well in between the nooks and crannies. And there, we use some of the sand again, because that's not, it's good. And, a bit more around here. So take any of the big bits out. And that's great. As I say, I could have gone in a bigger pot, but I've decided to go with this one because I'm not that familiar with growing saguaros. Obviously, then maybe they're not the best for being put into too big of a pot, even though you think a saguaro is going to grow into a giant, hopefully one day. But big enough pot for it to go on to the next stage, and then maybe repot it again later on in a few weeks or even a couple of months or so, see how it grows. And tipping it around the edges there. Tap it around to make sure it all goes in between. And then the label, as in this case, Saguaro from Arizona, from Keith Groovyman 1968 here on YouTube. And by the way, Keith, thank you again so much. It's doing really well. And guys, if you're not familiar with Keith's channel, you must check him out. It's Groovyman 1968, links up above, and he has some amazing cacti videos on there, and a lot of grafted ones, and a lot of the unusual ones that you don't see every day. So please do check him out, guys, and you'll love his videos. And there you go. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of cactus power. As always, from Ireland. And until the next video, guys, bye.